Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Skald against the Black Priory. Now, we are told via a tutorial pop-up that there is a dangerous beast ahead, and we should potentially be careful about levelling up as much as we can for encountering it. So I'm a little bit dubious, but we are going to press ahead and see what we can find. Do I want to sneak? It could be worth it. Yeah, so if we go in stealth, we'll at least know when we're coming up to it, because this will go yellow and start ticking down. Oh, what's this? The coastal pass. You carefully pick your way forwards when movement on the top of the cliffs catches your eyes. Robed and hooded figures emerge as they appear to be dragging something towards the edge of the cliff. More of the rabid dogs, spits Roland. To your horror, you realise what the party is dragging. A naked man and woman, bound and gagged. They're struggling desperately as they're mercilessly pushed towards the edge of the cliff. No, whispers Cat almost too loud. We've got to do something. One of the cultists shouts and points towards... Oh, goodness me. Shouts and points towards the surf in elation. Utter terror fills the eyes of the moribund couple. Moribund couple? Would that not imply they're already dead? You follow their gaze and turn to see, emerging from the surf, a creature of sheer horror. Larger than any sea creature you've fought so far, a hulking shape greedily waddles towards the base of the cliffs, pincers snapping and tentacles squirming greedily. Before you can react further, the cultists hurl the two naked forms from the cliffs. The pair impact the ground below with a sickening splat, and with surprising speed, the hulking beast falls upon their remains. Oh, yuck. Standing transfixed, you watch as the horror consumes the remains of the unfortunate wretches. Sickening snaps and wet pops fill the air as the creature feeds. All the while, the robed cultists stand swaying and chanting on the ledge above. Okay, we could try the stealth, because we have selected our stealthy character. So she'd need to roll a 9 on a 2d6. I mean, it's possible. Oh, she's absolutely nailed it. Okay. Exhausted. Why is she exhausted? I don't know. You don't dare to breathe as you slowly pick your way back the way you came. Oh, the way I came? Oh, we're going to have to go in there again. As soon as you feel certain you're out of sight, panic takes over and you run as fast as you can. By the time you stop, you're still utterly exhausted, but at least you're still alive. But we have to there's no... I don't believe there's another way around for us. We're going to have to go through there. Like, I can't cross the water. So it's just going to take... Oh, no, okay. Okay, so we did actually run away from the encounter successfully. Can I check out what this is? A refugee camp. Oh, okay. Before you, the unmistakable mess, squalor, and desperation of a refugee camp sprawls around a small farmstead like a festering wound. Enter. Now I might go to my character now, as we've got the diplomacy thing. We got sort of... Well, I'm going to have a little look around the outskirts before we head in. Okay, we got little crabbies. We don't need to worry too much about them, I think. They are level 3. Yeah, let's fight. Okay, so we want. I could maybe do my. Okay, so yeah, the 3 crabs move first. That one, and that one. To be fair though, this one might come up and attack me here, and if it does, I'm going to do my searing lance down there. Cat will keep back because of the range attack. Put tank there. No, I'm actually not sure if it's going to be within range of this. Oh, it is? Okay, yeah, we'll do that then. Alright, Cat, let's switch to range then. Can she attack it? Have I got arrows? I think I have. Yeah, cool. We'll do that. Oh, I'm taking some damage. I'm going to do the searing lance again, I think. I might as well do it again, because it's hit both of these. I got 2 kills. Yeah, let's shoot this one. Pretty nice. I might come and do... Well, I'm out of mana, so I probably have to come and do a melee attack. Ooh, that's pretty nice. Oh, yeah. Shoot. Hit. Really sort of limited how much damage he's doing with that hatchet. I'm considering changing his weapon back. Even though it's magical. He got a crit though, to be fair to him. Did 19 damage, so that's not nothing. Okay, nice. Alright, well I'm going to keep looking around the outskirts of the map, I think. Yeah, I still wanna. I wanna just do a little loop before we go in and meet the refugees. Oh, hello. Come and have a chat with him in a sec. Oh, there's a lot of graves there. Okay. Heal too. Maybe we can go and steal some more ingredients. Ah, all the vegetables belong to me. I still don't know what that charge thing is, but I think I might be able... Well, next time I'm in... I mean, I could do it now, to be fair. I need to look at his feats, because there was stuff about increased charge and stuff, I think. Charge bonus. Okay, so... Oh, okay. Moving at least 2 tiles in a straight line before performing an attack allows characters with a melee weapon to perform a charge attack. Charge attacks add a bonus to your hit chance depending on how far you manage to move before attacking. Okay. So the charge bonus is added to the following attacks to hit and damage roll. Okay, right, fine. I'm just... did he... I can't remember who gets the feat that allows them to disengage without ending their turn. But if it's Roland, that might be worth picking up, because then he'll be able to get more of those charge bonuses. Okay. I'm gonna come back here in a sec. I want to go and talk to that old man who's not in part of the camp. As soon as I've done ransom... Oh, hello. We got some snacks. Giant snack. It's pretty weak, to be fair. Stick it in there. Who's first? Cat. I could fire an arrow, I suppose. Boom. Okay, 42 damage. And that was a backstab, so I don't know kind of how you... I might have to look at the backstab thing and see how it works in this game, so I don't really get it. I should have done a spell. Charge. So he got charge damage now, so if he moves on his next turn, he might not get a turn. Only 4 damage that time. So I'm gonna do a magic missile this time. So he's gonna use up all his movement to get there, so he won't get to attack. There were some things above his head that kind of indicated. Okay. I keep clicking on things to see what they are, and it just loots them instead. I think it was various snake bits, from what I can tell. Yeah, well, maybe we should go and talk to that old man we saw. Was he over here? There he is. Oh, look at all these graves. Fresh grave with a simple marker. No name can be found. I imagine they're all going to be fairly similar. Oh, is he burying a couple of... See, nothing of interest. I mean, it's clearly a dead body. See the gravedigger. You approach a man sweating profusely and caked in dirt. He's hunched over and panting, seemingly winded from the hard work of digging graves. Who goes there? The man jolts too, hefting his shovel as a weapon. I'm not looking for trouble. Why so jumpy?
Why so jumpy, he asks. Well, since you ask, I drew the short straw and it's fallen upon my wretched shoulders to bury the dead.
He looks around nervously.
And if I don't get back to it, I'll be food for the fellhounds before you know it.
The dead?
Drina says we need to bury the dead lest disease run rampant, and how it's holy work.
The man looks down in shame.
It's just that it doesn't feel like it's all.
In the distance, a howl sounds, and the man straightens up like some prey animal sensing a predator. He briefly squints into the perpetual twilight that covers the island before grabbing his shovel and redoubling his efforts towards finishing his work. Run back to camp. I'll finish the job. The man looks at you with slight confusion, then pushes his shovel into your hands. He thanks you profusely and runs back to camp. Alright, I suppose I'll do it. I kind of meant I'd fight the dogs, but... Okay, there are 2 corpses wrapped in linen before you. Their graves have been dug, but they still need to be filled in. Examine. The corpses are a man and a woman. Perhaps they were once man and wife. They looked well fed, and there is no apparent cause of death. Healing. I don't think I have very much healing, but we might be able to get a high roll potentially. Healing? I've got to roll a 7. Let's try it. Oh, pretty good. As you look the corpses over, you notice that their abdomens seem distended beyond that of simple corpse gas. You apprehensively poke at the swelling, and to your horror, the mass begins to squirm and shift. I'm going to open them. With trembling hands, you cut into the pallid flesh and expose the entrails of the corpse. Just as you're about to abandon your grisly task, the entrails whip out of the wound in a mass of squirming, eyeless worms. Panicked, you frantically scuttle away from the tiny snapping orifices when Roland charges past you with the shovel raised. The shovel makes short work of the tiny terrors until both corpse and monster are reduced to a pulpy mass. Ashen-faced from horror, you push the broken corpses into their graves and quickly begin piling dirt onto them. Finish the work, I suppose. You wipe the grime from your face as you finish the grim task. Sadly, you suspect these are far from the last graves that will be made for the poor refugees of Horin before this is over. Okay, we've got... don't need another lantern, I don't think. We'll take the reagents. We'll keep exploring periphery of the map, and then we'll do the refugee camp last on this map. That's the edge. What have we got in here? Recipe: baked potato. Okay. All you need is a potato. I'm glad we found the recipe for that. It was a bit of a mystery otherwise. Roland's level 6 though, +5 vitality. The possibilities ahead of you seem as endless as your potential. Who knows what adventures lay ahead. So I was putting stuff into the axe. Wild swing. Executes an attack with a +4 bonus to damage. Maybe. Or I could either take that, or I could just sort of up the axe damage a bit. Cleave would be nice. Maybe I kind of like my magic axe, but then we might get a better weapon. Better two-hander, I mean. If he's going to be our tank, maybe it's better to be sort of a sword and board or axe and board. So maybe I'll... 2 turns cooldown. Yeah, okay. All right, so let's get that wild swing in. There we go. Oops, what am I doing? If I do 1, 2, 3, does that change the leader? No. No, it's this whole bar down here, isn't it? Okay. Well, I don't want stealth right now. That's where I bought the crabs. the graves. So I think I've just about done all that. So yeah, let's head in. A soldier dressed in the ragged remains of what you assume is the livery of Horin. He looks hungry, shaken, and on edge.
Talk to the chamberlain over in the barn if you want something. Just leave me alone.
Okay. I assume the guards are probably going to be much of a muchness. Entering the ragged camp, you notice a small crowd nearby, arranged in an inward-looking ring. Hello. In the centre stands a formidable armoured woman. She carries an unmistakable air of authority, and the insignia on her armour marks her as a cleric of the Order of Sepulchites. Click on that because I don't know what that is. An imperial religious order tasked with caring for the dead. Okay. The tattered band of refugees surrounding her are agitated and shouting over one another.
But there are so few of us. Orin was home to 200, and we're but a few score left,
cries a ragged man with tears in his eyes.
By the golden corpses, there must be survivors,
Beseeches another.
And who are we to send? Half of us won't live through next market day, and the other half ain't fit to hold as much as a stick.
An old crone interjects, panic quivering in her voice. The crowd erupts in a cacophony of desperate appeals. The cleric raises her arms and the crowd falls silent. Her sonorous voice rings out.
We may indeed be cursed, but Aldon is right. There may yet be survivors in Orin, and it is my duty to go to their aid, or at least to learn what fate befell them.
The assembly erupts again, some blessing the cleric in tears of hope, others clinging to her robes while pleading for her not to risk her life. Through the crowd, the woman catches sight of you and nods curtly. She turns away and begins to load up on supplies, no doubt intent on making good on her promise to the panicked refugees. Smelling new party member. Let's go pet the dog, though. Yay! Okay, what else have we got here? That's probably our NPC there, I imagine. Drina, Hospitaller. Cool. The imposing cleric holds up a palm in greeting.
Welcome to our new home, stranger. The people of this island know me as Drina. I serve the Golden Dead. In this camp, these people are under my protection. What brings you here?
A terror from the deep claimed our ship.
You speak of the Leviathan. The fishermen first saw it about a week before the fall of Orin. I do not know what black depths spawned it, but the natural order of things is fast becoming undone. Tell me, why did you come to this accursed island?
I'm looking for someone.
Here on Idra, that may prove to be a difficult task given the tempest that's engulfed this island.
How so?
She leans back, her eyes still flinty. Are you not aware of the situation here? These people say the island is surely doomed.
Her eyes bore into you, gauging a reaction. What's happened?
Our graveyards have been overflowing as of late, with stranger killing stranger for no good reason. And worse, I think brother and brother, husband and wife. It's becoming a tad of ruin. I implored the governor to intervene and investigate, but as usual he did nothing but cower in his villa and peer over his walls.
The governor?
A drunken buffoon in my estimation. He did not deserve to die, however, and I don't think he made it out of Orin. Marcus, his chamberlain, did, however. I suppose he's the closest we're to a leader at the moment, though he may wish it were not so.
I see. What happened next?
Then, a few nights ago, pandemonium erupted. Bands of armed men and women roamed the town, hacking down anyone they came across. Some folks claim that those did not die on the spot were dragged away to suffer some unknown fate. My order and I joined what sane guardsmen remained in the chaos and tried to stem the tide, but we were driven from the city in the panicked exodus that followed. We considered retaking the town, but we had scores of wounded, so we retreated, better to save the lives not yet lost. We set up this camp to regroup and to care for the wounded, but a shadow hangs over us. The wounded do not recover, and those still on their feet slowly lose their mind or hearts.
Oh, what do you intend to do now?
We need answers.
Drina gestures at the refugees languishing in the camp before continuing.
And it's my duty to seek them out if they exist. I must venture to find a way back into Orin, and then somewhere darker, I fear. Failing that, the situation here in camp is getting untenable. Anything that can be done to improve it will be a small victory.
Are you planning to go alone?
If I must. Doomed or not, it's all dust in the end, and I intend to die in armor. But from what I can tell, we must both tread the same terrible paths. Though our reasons may differ, surely there is safety to be had in numbers.
Yes, I want more. I want someone else. Indeed, let's join forces.
Excellent.
Drina's face lights for an instant.
These people, my people, I feel their pain. And now we will mourn together, later. For now they deserve answers, and by the Emperor's bones, I will get them some.
I have some questions first. Drina looks expectantly at you, an eyebrow raised. Ask about Embla. Drina fidgets with a heavy-looking ring on her finger while she listens to your description of Embla.
She's certainly not in this camp, and I can't say I remember seeing her in Orin, but perhaps that bodes well for your quest.
How so?
One of the primary tasks of my order is to care for the dead, and I can say with certainty that I didn't lay to rest anyone matching her description before the fall of Orin.
Do you have any suggestions where to look?
Beyond travel into Orin, you may want to ask around here in camp. A few of the merchants survived. Perhaps she visited one during her stay.
I see. I had some other questions. What do you think attacked Orin?
The reavers came from inside the town. I recognize some of them as sailors, fishermen, and whalers. Locals, mostly from Alditron families. Perhaps they belong to one of the lodges.
Lodges?
There are long traditions on Ytra for the fishermen and sailors to band together in fellowships known as lodges. From what I understand, they serve mainly as combines for fair distribution of the day's catch. But there are persistent rumors of them serving other purposes too.
Rumors?
Our order is an imperial one. The locals would be lured to discuss such things with us, but I've always suspected they practiced pre-imperial customs of ocean worship, including offerings to ensure safe travel and bountiful catches.
I see. It's time to go. Before we leave, we should seek out Marcus, our leader of sorts. He's holed up in the state... Is that her talking? It doesn't look like it's her talking, but the colour of the text suggests it's not, but the words suggest it is, so I'll do it in her voice.
Before we leave, we should seek out Marcus, our leader of sorts. He's holed up in the stable trying to organize this mess of a camp. Holy ashes, no one tries harder than him, but the task at hand is monumental, and he needs help.
Alright, so we got Drina now. Let's begin with levelling up, shall we? So she's level 5, so she's got a bunch of vitality and attunement. 19 points to distribute. Let's have a look at her inventory first. So she's got a mace. And a shield. So I'm thinking she's probably another tank. Hospitaller. I can't remember exactly what it is, but I think it's like paladin, a cleric. Okay, she's actually a proper cleric. So what we got? Religious training, Imperial Litany. Targets the character, adds condition, fortify will, removes fearful and panicked. Well, for just one rank, that sounds like something we should probably get. Increased vitality, will and toughness, probably good. Healing, yeah, those are probably good too. Alright, well, let's put 3 ranks in each of those just to get those things going up. Toughness, vitality, will, well, it doesn't need the diplomacy so much, I don't think. Divine spellcasting, yeah, so we want that. Bear's strength, cure poison, lay on hands, serpent's grace. What's that? Agility. Okay, that's probably quite good. Maybe we should have those. Aura of fear, clear senses, fortify awareness, fortify will, instill courage, sublime projection. It actually does damage. These are quite good. Maybe I'll add 3 there too. Bless, heroism, hammer of light. Okay, what we got down here? Some good stuff there. Shield training though, that probably is worth getting. Phalanx. While wielding a shield, get a dodge bonus for adjacent allies. Passive. I mean, the battlefields are small, so she might end up being adjacent to people quite often. Now, does a mace count as a club? Maybe. Okay, so 2 new mind school, 1 spells to learn. Aura of fear, clear senses. That did sound quite useful. So blind projection sounded good as well. Okay, we'll go with those. 2 new body magic. So bear strength, cure poison, lay on hands. So that's a heal and stops bleeding, so we want that. And I might go with the bear strength. Is that self or ally? Ally. Okay, we'll go with those. Good, alright. Well, she's currently our leader. Spare lamp for her. I'm going to go as myself, though, for the time being. There's a lot of people here. Okay, we can't sort of talk too much with these guys. We'll see how we go. Like that. Yeah, they're kind of non-interactable NPCs. There's a child here, though. The child is ragged and muddy and crying in great big sobs. As you approach, she wipes her nose and looks up at you, her eyes widening somewhat at the sight of Roland.
I prefer we just got on with our work,
Roland grunts. What's wrong? That's the girl, I suppose. I can't find Froggatt. I just had him and I was playing and now he's gone and all alone somewhere. Who's Froggatt? Froggatt's small and green and fluffy and he's my best friend and now I've lost him. The girl looks truly heartbroken. I'll have a look. Hurry! He doesn't like to be alone. He's afraid of the hounds. So we've got a quest to find Froggatt, huh? I guess this is a... Ooh, hello. Hospital, I guess. The stench of disease and moans of the dying lie thick in the air of the makeshift infirmary. An aging cleric shuffles back and forth as he tries to, as best he can, to tend to the patients. He exchanges a worried glance with Drina. What have we got in here? Do anything to help these people? Seem like it. There's a sort of a mixing station here, but I've only really got that frenzy potion, haven't I? Which I'm not that inclined to make just yet. No time for talk. It's up here. So is that... Okay, I don't want to rest just yet. Bit of a lockpicker. 0 thieves' tools. Yeah, okay. Well, we might have to bash it open then. Hello, Masterwork Cutlass of Fire. Wow, okay. Let's have a look at that. Melee, medium blades, slashing, magical, enchanted. Cutlass is a curved sword favoured by sailors. Small amount of extra fire damage is caused on a hit. Now I'm wondering. Other than what she's using, I've given her club accuracy. I mean, who's better for me? But my knife's quite good. It's a light blade as well. I mean, this is even less damage. But it does extra... I wonder how much extra fire damage it does. It says a small amount, but is that like 1? Is it 2? I mean, as long as it's 1, to be fair, we're doing more damage. We're also doing more minimum damage, so maybe that's... Oh, things I've been putting into blimmin' axes now with him. And this is going to be sword, isn't it? Bloody hell. I wonder if there's a way to respec. Yeah, I don't know. Well, he's got that now anyway. actually go, is that a recipe? A grilled leeks. I'm going to guess that for this, you need leeks. What do you know? I've got quite a lot of food. I don't feel the need to cook any more up right now. Is that another recipe? Potion of regeneration. Now that is something we might want to get on crafting, to be fair. What do we need? I might have a couple of those things. I don't think I've got all of them, though. Alright. I might go back to that lab. Is this anyone? A balding man with a hard, wrinkled face, the texture of old leather, stands leaning against the wall of the farmhouse. He's thoughtfully chewing a straw as he dejectedly surveys the muddy chaos that was once his well-kept farm. The man mutters something under his breath and spits as a group of refugees pass. As he notices you, lingering, he fixes you with a bitter frown.
What do you want? More leeches come to bleed me?
Is this your farm?
He scoffs. You can still call it that. It's ruined. All my crops are trampled and my goats are gone. We're going to starve next year thanks to this catastrophe.
Spare me the sob story. He scoffs and turns his back to you. Wait, I have some questions. The man's eyes narrow and you can see his jaw muscles tensing. How do you feel about the camp?
Bloody wretches. They could have gone anywhere, but my farms were closest, and now they pick me clean and trample my fields. We're ruined.
I see. Alright, never mind. Right, have I got anything to make this potion then? Surprisingly, yes, actually. I could make 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it makes 2 at a time, so we've actually got 8, which is kind of cool. Fine. Now, just to confirm what it does, I think I can probably guess, but still. Potion of regeneration. +2 regen, lasts until end of combat. Can be removed by magic. Alright, so kind of like an emergency heal consumable, I suppose, but it's going to be more of a heal over time than instant fix. I spotted something. I guess it's this. Vitality potions, not bad. I was going to go and speak to this guy, though. Talk to the Chamberlain, okay. By this dude. Is he the gravedigger? The poor gravedigger looks at you with a grateful smile. He seems to have made no attempt at removing some of the grime that covers him. No doubt he realises he'll be back to work before long. Poor guy. What's this? Oh, there's Frogget. Let's go and give Frogget back. The girl looks up at you. Is this the reptilian rascal? Give her the stuffed animal. Frogget! The girl snatches the stuffed animal from you and showers it with hugs and kisses. She then turns towards you, but instead of giving you a hug, she dashes past you and throws her arms around Roland's waist. The old warrior looks startled at the sudden show of affection.
All right, girl, you've had your frog back. There's proper work to be done now.
The girl steps back. Frogget says thank you. Glad to help. Despite the squalor surrounding the girl, she's now smiling from ear to ear. Frogget is glad to be back. Hey, do you want to play a game? Okay. All right. It's a rhyme. All the kids in my street used to play it, or at least we used to, I guess. She hesitates for a moment before proceeding with renewed vigour. The movements are left, left, both, right, both, skip. Let's try them first and then we can add the words. Left, left, both, right, both, skip. Left, left, both, right, both. Okay, I'm not going to remember that, to be honest. Let's try. You and Marsa face each other and you can help but feel a little out of place as you engage in the clapping game with a small girl. Okay, left, left, both, right, both, skip. You did it! Now let's add the words. Just say them after me. You and Marsa proceed to repeat the pattern. This time the girl begins to recite a rhyme. Beware, beware, don't go to sleep. It brings your dreams of ebb and flow, of churning seas and dreadful deep, and waves that lay the mountains low. Oh. But fear the mother most of all. Awake before you hear her bell. 1,000 young will hear her call. And that was how the giants fell. Trina cuts in with a surprisingly harsh tone. Girl, where did you learn such superstitious bilge? Marsa looks up at Trina with a startled look. All the children are doing it. I thought... Trina's face softens slightly. I don't think it is fitting, my girl. Certainly not now. Berenice, sir. Let's just be on our way. Leave. Okay. This is probably where the this chamberlain is. This might be a trader, potentially. The woman before you has the rugged and vital look of a life lived on the frontier. Though her clothes are rich and tailor-made, she wades through ankle-deep mud with rolled-up sleeves, hefting heavy crates of goods off to a broken cart. Do you need help? And then the poor lonely woman would owe ye a debt of gratitude, is that it? She snarls. The woman hefts the crate back onto the cart with a sigh. Forgive me, I'm not myself. There's not been much rest for me amid the chaos. All this jabbering about the end of all mankind is starting to wear on me. In any case, I am Maya. I ran an emporium in Horin. You're not from Horin, are you? Maya's eyes light up with suspicion. What brings you to Idra, We were shipwrecked off the coast. I'll ask no more, but it seems my merchant's intuition was right. Either way, we may yet be of help to one another. Maya hefts the last of her crates off the damaged cart and into her makeshift tent, and I still have a modest selection of wares with me. I see. So what's it to be? Let's ask about Embla first. I can't say I remember seeing her. Doesn't mean I didn't. My emporium was always busy. Brantso, the camp cook, used to own the main inn. You'll find him near the stables. If anyone saw her, it'd be him. I think he's one of the ones we didn't already... We tried to speak to him, but he just had a sort of standard line. What happened in Horin? I wish I could tell you. Things have felt queer in Idra for a while. Folks in Horin started changing. People I'd known for years became mean, hard. Violence and cruelty grows so common we stopped noticing it. Just last week, my neighbour, her children... Maya's voice falters and her eyes begin to glisten with tears. A few days ago, I was out of town taking supplies to one of the whaling vessels. On the way back at sunset, I spotted a clutch of people tearing towards us on foot from the outskirts of Horin, covered in blood and shrieking. My mare was so spooked that she bolted and broke her leg in the half-light. Poor old Aga. I had to help her pass on. When the townsfolk reached us, they regained their senses and told us such terrible stories. Go on. Stories of raving madmen rampaging across the town by night. Let's just say not even children were spared. But they didn't kill everyone. Some were taken to who knows where. We heard screams on the wind for days afterwards. It was clear there was no going back. I see. There was something else. Let's do some trading. Only what I had with me when Horin fell, but I'd be delighted to show you. They're still the same quality goods I'm known for. Show me. Okay, so she's got quite a lot of stuff. Let's work across in themes, as it were. So she's got this... Oh, crude longbow. Thought it was magical looking at it, but obviously not. She's got arrows, though, which is good. I might buy her out of arrows. 5 GP, though, is quite a lot. Like, I might... Oh, God, it's 52, though. I might even pause, because I can't see a way to just do the whole lot. Okay, I'm going to pause while I'm going to buy her out of these 2 stacks of arrows. Hang on. Oof, that took a minute. But the good news is I've now got 61 poor arrows, 60 hunting arrows, and some of those other ones. That's good. So let's sell some stuff. Let's sell that. Should give me for this. It's 353. I think I should keep hold of it. I still want to keep hold of his 2-hander as well, though, even though I'm not using it. Don't know. Skip on for now. So armor-wise, she's got a leather armor, a poor padded armor, and poor studded leather. It might be what she's wearing, because it... Yeah, so I think it's what he's wearing as well. Or is it just that she hasn't got armor on? No, that indicates that, yeah, I think she's wearing a breastplate then. So I think I'll go for this one for her. What are these? Antlers, headwear, bonnet, hat. Okay, I don't know why I'd want those. okay, yeah, okay. 71 though, that's a lot of money. What have I could sell the brandy. How much does she want for the brandy? Will she give me the brandy? 1? That seems barely worth it. What else have I got to sell? Sell the recipes I've already looked at. Can't sell that. I want to sell the reagents, and I haven't got any junk. I've barely got anything to sell, which is weird because my inventory just feels really full. It's mostly reagents, I suppose. I mean, how much is that? 58. I'll leave that, I think. Alright, let's exit for now. So we're going to give her that armor. There we go. Yeah, I mean, it's mostly ingredients I'm carrying, isn't it? So that's fine. Alright, let's go back to that stable guy. This one? Was there... Okay, that's the other way in, so I've been there. Franco, that's... okay, maybe I'll speak to the Chamberlain first. Yes, this is him. Another mercenary. I think we're alright for the time being. I don't feel the need to hire him. Okay. Alright. The Chamberlain. The man before you has the look of a high-ranking imperial bureaucrat. However, there is little pomp left in him now. His robes are ragged, his cheeks hollowed, his spectacles cracked. He mumbles to himself as he despondently pores over stacks of papers and maps. He looks up with a start. "Oh, what's this then? More mouths to feed? Or by some miracle do you come laden with supplies, medicine, and men-at-arms?" Drina gives the man a strict look. "Marcus, we're in no position to turn allies away. Common courtesy will go a long way." Say nothing. The man sighs and sinks further back in his seat.
Forgive me, I'm not myself. The world seems to be coming undone, and I'm left holding the pieces.
He wipes his balding head with a piece of cloth.
Marcus Stonehold at your service. Chamberlain to the most glorious office of the Governor of Idra.
He makes a sharp little bow, his words dripping sarcasm.
How may I be of assistance?
I've come to offer my assistance. Marcus blinks, bewildered.
Is that so?
He gestures to his papers.
With the governor missing and the camp overflowing, things are chaotic, to say the least. Any assistance you can offer will surely help me avoid an early grave.
Drina offers a sympathetic smile.
If we can help, we will.
The colour drains from Marcus's face.
But, Drina, are you leaving as well? I need you here in camp. We've already discussed this. I cannot do this without you. I'm not a leader. I'm a glorified scribe. Who will keep their spirits up? And what am I going to do when people start dying from the outbreak? All the blood and shit and...
You will find your strength, my old friend. The golden dead will guide you. Besides, we both know that nothing will be solved by me waiting here in camp. We must try to seize the initiative in whatever way we can.
Drina puts a hand on his shoulder. Marcus lets out a deep sigh before looking up.
All right, Drina. As always.
Clear your throat. Ahem. Drina motions towards you.
Gallian himself may have provided for us. Is that one of the gods?
Oh, Gallian the Great was the first emperor, blah, 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 blah. Also said he was one of 3 of it. Yeah, so he's kind of thought of as a god of the land, I suppose. Marcus looks up at you, seemingly having forgotten you were in the tent.
I'm looking for a way into Horin. Well, it started some days ago. I was woken in the middle of the night by the governor's guards. They told me they were under attack and that packs of crazed brigands were already roaming the streets, spilling blood by the riverful. I never saw such chaos before. The dead lay strewn in the streets, and we had to sneak from corner to corner just to get away with our lives. Go on. By some stroke of luck, we came upon Drina and a handful of other guards, and managed to make our way to the gate with what survivors we could find. We set up this camp whilst we... well, frankly, I don't know. All I can do is try to keep us alive till tomorrow. What can I do to help? He lets out a sigh. Oh, where to start? This camp is a disaster. There is no medicine for the sick and wounded, while madmen and beasts bay for our blood at the gates. The haggard man wipes his brow. Go on. People are starving around us. Already the very young and the very old have begun to pass, and soon none of us will have the strength to fight should the reavers come for us. In other words, we need food, and we need it fast. Talk to Franco. He's serving as our cook and quartermaster, and he might know where to start. You'll find him just outside this barn. And you mentioned a disease outbreak. Indeed. Disease is spreading in camp. Hierophant Dral has set up a makeshift infirmary in the main house, but so far he's had little luck in combating the infection. Help him, and you will have helped us all. I'll do my best. Marcus sighs deeply. If there is nothing else, my migraine needs tending to, amongst other things. The Chamberlain gestures to the piles of papers surrounding him. I think we just leave. We can go and talk to those people he suggested, I think, as well. Let's go to start with Franco. You approach a haggard-looking man wearing a threadbare cook's apron.
I don't know what you heard, but there's no food for you here or anyone,
he growls.
Complain to the Chamberlain if you want. Just leave me alone.
The Chamberlain said you needed help. The cook's eyes meet yours for the first time.
Honestly, the situation is beyond dire. People are starving by the day and we have no supplies. The old, the sick, the young, they'll all be dying off at this rate.
Got any ideas?
Well, none of us have the strength or courage left to venture out of sight of the camp to hunt and forage.
The cook looks you up and down.
But you look capable enough. You could go beyond the walls and look for something more substantial. These people can't live on vegetable broth alone. They need meat and fat, especially if there's fighting to be had.
Any idea where I should look?
I do indeed.
Franco leans in.
Old Jacob owns this farm. It might not look like much to a mainlander, but here in Idra, this farm here is large enough. You see, Jacob and his family had a large flock of goats when the calamity started. Right over there in the enclosure behind us.
Go on.
Now, the old man told the Chamberlain that the beast bolted when the calamity started, that it drove them all insane and that they scattered into the hills. Well, that may be rightly so, but I have my suspicions.
You're saying he hid the animals away?
Look, I can't say I blame the man. Us refugees have made a mess of his farm, and if we find hands on those animals, we'll surely fall upon them like locusts. It would ruin him, and truly it would be a shame if the man lost his livelihood. But better that than having to see children starve. Now, you best get going. I see people have started eyeing the rats.
I'll see what I can do. And we can maybe go and talk to the Hierophant. The grey-bearded cleric is thoughtfully wiping blood off his hands as you approach him.
Oh, forgive me. I didn't see you there. Are you sick? Fever? Stomach pains? Bloody stool?
I don't think so. Should I be worried? The man examines your eyes and looks in your mouth.
Nay, you do in fact seem fine. Sadly, not many are not so lucky.
Is it as bad as we suspected?
Drina asks. Dral leans in and his voice drops to a whisper.
I fear it is worse. Some sort of infection is spreading, and so far I've been unable to cure it with neither spell nor concoction. I am in fact at my wit's end.
A note of desperation creeps into the old man's voice. Anything I can do to help?
Hey, if I can't find a cure, the outbreak may be the death of us all. But I wouldn't know where to start, that is.
The old man furrows his brow. What?
Yeah, a woman, Hannah, came to me with her boy. Struck down by the outbreak. She appeared a simple girl when she pleaded with me to look for a folk remedy. I chided her for it, called her foolish. Surely imperial medicine would prevail. Perhaps I was the fool. I wish now I'd listened to her. She left camp, but I think she can be found in the little cottage south of here. I beg you, seek her out on my behalf and hear what she has to say.
I have questions first.
What do you need, my child?
Do you have anything to trade?
I do have a small surplus of supplies, aye. Also, if you're gravely wounded or suffering from disease and the like, I can assist you.
Okay, so what's he got? He's got spell times. What's he got? Bear strength, clear senses, cure moderate wounds, flaming fists I've got, steel breath, that's air magic. What does that do? Okay, can make people fearful. Mark of Blaring I've got. Heroism, Serpent's Grace. Yeah, I don't know about any of those things, to be honest. Alright. I guess we could speak to the farmer. About your animals.
What are them?
What happened to them?
Dead, they must be. Ran off into the forest with a skyfell, and nothing survives in that emperor-forsaken place for long.
You lying to me? The old man shifts uncomfortably. He looks down at his feet and sighs.
I know it ain't right, but we borrowed hard from the Freelanders Guild to build this farm, and my goats, well, they're all I have left. If I lose them too, I'm done for. Me, my wife and son, indenturement for the lot of us.
Where are the animals now? The farmer hesitates for a moment, and then his face hardens.
F you and F this rotten pack of beggars and thieves. I'll die before I tell you.
That can be arranged. The old man's eyes seem to go black with rage.
You think you can threaten me? Get out of my sight before I plant my axe in your skull.
You've no doubt he means it. Okay, well, he might have hidden them somewhere. Don't know if he's got like a secret basement or something. Was there another farm building? I can't remember. Might have been. It might also not be on this map. I'm not sure. But let's have a look behind the farmhouse. Maybe maybe we won't be able to get behind it, but. Okay, well we can go there, I suppose. All right. Yeah, I think there might have been another building. I can't remember. Been in there. That's where the Chamberlain is. Oh, is this thing down here? Did I go in here? Can't remember now. No, I don't think so. Who's this guy? A tired-looking young woman is rocking back and forth, cradling a sick-looking child in her arms. The child whimpers in pain as the mother tries desperately to soothe him. Are you Hannah? The woman peers up at you, her eyes wide and desperate. What's it to you? That old ass sent you. Well, it don't matter now. My Alan's sick. He needs medicine. Medicine? Yes. Oh, if only I could visit Mother Katak. The woman says she might be able to help my Alan. A dead empress knows if the old woman's even still alive. Who's Mother Katak? An old woman who's provided us with remedies for as long as I can remember. She lives in the forest deep in the island's interior. They say it's not safe to stray from the camp, and I couldn't leave my boy in any case. But you could go. If you tell her Anna sent you, she'll know just what I need to cure Alan's. Drina, can you help this child? Drina touches the child's hands and forehead and examines the child's mouth. Oh, this infection is beyond me, she says in a low voice. Oral was right. If this Mother Katak does indeed have a cure, we'd do well in paying her a visit. Well, we'll see what we can do. The mother clasps your hands. The Golden Dead bless you. I suppose the clerics will want the medicine for the camp, but I beg this of you. Bring a dose, me Alan first. Please, I don't think he's long left. Okay. No goats in there anyway. It may not be on this map, of course. I think that's it for farm buildings and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Quick time check of the video, and I think that's probably a good place to leave it. When we come back, we'll head back out into the overworld, and there's a forest we have to head to. There might be somewhere nearby suitable to hide some goats. I guess we'll find out. But thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, if you could hit that thumbs up button, that'd be great. Be sure to leave me a comment as well. Let me know what you think about the game so far. And if you're watching this and haven't yet subscribed to the channel, would be amazing if you could. So thanks very much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.